Good morning, everybody. This is Danny from Deep South Homestead. Just like we talked about on the live stream, I told you guys I'm going to show you some products from Hoss Tool Company that has to do with starting your new seedlings now. We got these things ordered and got them in here. Guys, this is the large version of a nice seed starting system here. There's two grow lights underneath this. The top actually comes off of this. There's little screw knobs on the side here. You can adjust it to let it up and down based on how large your plants are getting at that time. And this is called a wicking system. These little trays come off of here and sit over to the side. And what it is, you have a wicking mat underneath it here. You fill the bottom of this up with water. It sits on a little platform in here, and this wicking mat lays on the top of it, and the mat lays over and touches the water, and it wicks the water up into this mat, and this mat stays really wet. And you can sit these little cubicle trays on top of it, and they absorb water through holes in the bottom of these cubicles here. Now, there's also, if you like to grow microgreens, there's another set of trays here that you can get to go with it that are made like this. These do not have the cubicles in it. These are just trays that you can sit across there. There's 4 of them that will grow your microgreens also. And if you live where it's a very cold climate and you don't have a place to put this indoors like we do here, then they make a heating mat. We have one that's made to go underneath this. All right, guys, this is the large mat that Hoss Tool has. Now, this will fit, this thing is 60 inches long by 21 inches wide. It will fit the largest trays that Hoss Tool has to be able to start seeds in. We thought this would be great to have. Now, over here, there is a chart on this side here that maybe this will help you out a little bit. This tells each individual plant, like beets, broccoli, Brussels sprouts, cabbage, cauliflower, collards, cucumbers, eggplants, kale, kohlrabi, leeks, lettuce, melons, okra, onions, English peas, peppers, pumpkins, rutabaga, spinach, squash, and tomatoes. It tells you the optimum temperature for those. It tells you how many days to germination, so that you know about how long you should be, you should be looking for your seeds to start sprouting at that particular temperature. Now, this is a 150 watt mat. It is made, if you wanted to do multiple mats, you got another plug-in on the end here that you can actually hook up and put another mat on the other end of it. And you could put these things in a series of rotation down through if you had a long table and you want to start a lot of seeds, this would be the ideal way to go. And this thing right now is just as warm. You could almost lay down and go to sleep on it. It's so warm. I think it's an amazing product to have, guys. So if you're interested in these also, check out the link in the description down below to Hoss Tool Company, and you'll be able to find these there. And use Deep South's link, and I think that you'll be pleased with the deal that you get. You actually, I think, might get some extra seeds if you order. Today, what we're going to work on is the small one. But before we do that, I wanted to show you there is a larger version here that holds 48 plants here. Let's see, I think I'm right, 12, 24, 36, 48 of them. Plants that you can grow individually here and take them out of these little peat pots that you can put in here. Now, to me, this is a really nice system. It plugs in. Really nice system to have if you're looking to be able to grow your plants indoors before you need to move them outside. You don't have a greenhouse or something to this nature. You can do this indoors, or you can use it to just grow microgreens indoors through the winter time and all. If you like to harvest microgreens for your diet or something to that nature, it's fantastic for that. I think, to be honest with you, this is probably one of the better products that Hoss Tool has come out with as far as getting your seed starting going. Now, we have the 162 cube trays that we've showed y'all in the past that does a fantastic job. We use those to sit outside. But this is going to be able to help us to up our game for the high tunnels and stuff like that we are trying to get our plants in the cooler climates, you know, where we can close them up in the greenhouse. This is going to work fantastic, guys. Now I'm going to move this one out of the way, and I'm going to show you maybe you don't need one that large. Maybe you like a smaller version. This here is a smaller version. Now this one does not come with the little cubicle trays to go in it. It just has small trays. Much like the one that we talked about back here that you grow the microgreens in. I have this one sitting here beside me. These are already full of dirt, or excuse me, these are full of soil, potting soil that I made myself. And we have a video about that over on Patreon right now. But these little pots here also have holes in the bottoms of them. And these are made identical to the large one. It has a water reservoir, a little platform, and a wicking mat in the bottom of it, just like the other one. And we set these on top of here. And what we're going to use these for today is we're going to be growing the Cherokee lettuce. We're going to plant some of them in a couple of these things here because we don't need that much lettuce if we had to plant them all. We're going to plant just a few in here for transplanting. Now, just like the large one, this one here also has a Hoss tool heating mat that's made to fit right underneath this thing. You can lift it up, set this thing right on top of that heating mat, and that heating mat will heat the water up that's in the bottom of it. If you like to leave this outside in, like say, a shed or something like that, and you're trying to get your germination to be really good because you need a good warm heat mat underneath it, and your climate maybe is a little cool, this is ideal. It plugs in. And now you can even go a step further. Hoss tool even has something that you can go a step further with, and that is a heat mat thermometer that we got in here with them. This has a probe that you actually stick down in the soil here, and your let me see if I got this right. Your heat mat actually plugs into this, and then you plug this up, and this thing actually controls when the temperature comes on, when the temperature goes off with the heat mat, so that your water inside this and the heating of everything here stays at a constant temperature. Now, we probably won't be using the temperature controller in the house here because we're going to actually be starting these in the house, and the house is around 70 degrees in here. So we're probably, we won't be using that. We won't be using the heat mat. But if we take them outside to do them in the garage or she shed, then we will probably take the heat mats with them out there so that they maintain a constant temperature once they get up in the event that it doesn't warm up enough for us to be able to do that. So guys, today I wanted to be able to show these products to you and show you that there are alternatives out there now with Hoss Tool Seed Company that helps us to be able to grow our seeds and do a better job than just buying these little flimsy trays and little that they're really flimsy. They mash up real easy and everything. They're usually a one-year deal. If you take care of them, you can make them last a couple of years. But these things have the grow lights in them. This one has just one grow light. The other one has two. And guys, these things are made out of very heavy-duty plastic material that is that will last for years and years and years. Probably the only one you'll ever need, to be honest with you. That's the thing that I like about it, is that at my age, I purchased this one time. I'm not ever going to have to purchase this again. Now, there's always the issue of maybe a light going out or something, but then I could just replace the light, and that means that I'm able to grow my stuff indoors if I need to. If you're in an apartment or if you're in a suburban area and you don't have room for a greenhouse or anything like that, you can actually grow some stuff in this. You can put one lettuce in each one of these pots here, and you would have enough lettuce to last for quite a while if you did the leaf lettuce that you just harvest leaves off of, because it would do such a fantastic job. And the light on this can be lifted up here at the top, you can come on each side. You can lift the light up higher if your plants get up bigger, or you can let it down and you can undo these knobs on the side. I can let it down to within 1 to 2 inches of it here if I need to. So I mean, it is very versatile. Both of them. You got the large one, you got the small one. Guys, you've got the heat mats you can put with them. You've got the temperature controller that you can put with them to control the temperature. These are some fantastic products that Hoss Tool has come out with. I think that would really benefit seed starting. If you're a microgreen person, these are some fantastic options to being able to provide food for yourself in the uncertain times that we live in. So guys, we're going to have a link in the description down below where you can go check out all these products from Hoss Tool. And if you're interested and it might help you in your situation, perhaps, like I said, you don't have the room to do a lot of stuff, this might very well be the answer that you've been looking for to be able to help you to grow some of your own food. Okay guys, we have ordered some Cherokee lettuce from Hoss Tool and we got them in. The Cherokee lettuce here is a clay-coated seed that we were putting in the pot here. Makes it a lot easier to plant it. And the clay around the seed will help to absorb moisture and hold it around the seed so that the seed comes up and germinates a lot better. We planted 2, 4, 6, 8 lettuce plants in this one little pot, and we're going to set it back underneath here to grow Ms. Wanda's Cherokee lettuce. We're going to pour some water in this tray. Now we're putting warm water in here. A lot of people don't do that, but I do. It saves. That's just 1 quart. We'll pour more in there later. Let that wick up just a little bit. We want to see just how fast this thing actually starts to wick. And I can tell it's already soaking wet, so it's amazing how fast it's wicking. We'll come back in a minute and we'll check the water level and to see how it is. But in the meantime, we have our little spritzer here. We're going to, before I do that, let me do something to kind of show you a little bit about what it's going to look like here. We're going to go ahead and turn the grow light on, even though we don't need it right at this moment. Just so you get a little bit of an idea about what it looks like. Comes with a little switch. There we go. That's what we look like with the grow light on. Now we're going to take this spritzer and we're going to kind of wet where we just planted that here a little bit. Try to go ahead and get our trays. I always like to wet mine real good. What that does is it allows the soil to go ahead and be nice and damp. This is the one we just planted. Once it's nice and damp like this, it makes it a lot easier for it to wick up. I just love these little tools here to mess with. And the nozzle's adjustable on the end. You can spray whatever you need to spray. And we'll let that set for a little while. And we'll come back and we'll check both the water depth in this and we'll check the moisture level in that. And we're going to come back in a little while and we're going to be planting these others with some more seeds. But right now we want to go ahead and get Ms. Wanda's lettuce in here and get it going so she can get her Cherokee lettuce up to move to the greenhouse high tunnel so that we can get that stuff going out there in her Cherokee garden.